Hello, my name is Laura and I'm the winemaker at Clif Family Winery, and we are at our CCOF certified vineyard in the heart of the Oak Knoll District of Napa Valley, and I'm here to give you a little brief update on the growing season so far. So this is a Cabernet vineyard, and where we are at this point in time is we're about 2 months into the growing season. We've had some really uniform shoot development. We had uniform bud break, and now we're looking at the clusters a little more carefully. So we're looking at cluster elongation. That's when the cluster is expanding and growing, and we are pre-bloom right now in this vineyard. We're seeing bits and pieces of bloom in the earlier varietals and warmer AVAs in the valley, but right here in Cabernet, we're still probably about at least a week away. And depending on how the weather behaves during the next 7 to 10 days, we'll see this in full bloom before we know it. What we're noticing this season so far is that we're set up for a fairly good crop. I think with some of the drier weather that we've had over the last several years, we're all very concerned with yields, but this is looking pretty promising for the 2022 harvest. We had some really interesting weather over the winter. We had a really heavy rains at the end of last year, and then we had a very dry patch in the middle of the winter. So we were very grateful for a wet April. The rains that we had in April replenished the soil, topped up the reservoirs, and the vines have responded really well to these late spring rains. So now we're just hoping for some sunshine as we enter into the bloom season, and if we get that, we are set up for a really great 2022 vintage.